Hi, St. John's. Today, a video recording from the inside of my car because there's this stupid leaf blower in the neighborhood. And every time I've tried to record this video this morning, the thing starts going again and it's just ruined everyone. So it's actually not that different being in a car than what COVID has felt like, just kind of feeling isolated, feeling cramped. And so it's perfectly apropos to the message that I want to share today about this waiting time during COVID. And I want to share a story with you to kind of illustrate this. A few years ago, we were visiting my sister-in-law who was living in Arizona at the time. And while we were there, we decided to go on this hike. And the hike ended up being a lot longer than we anticipated. And along the way, we were asking other hikers who were coming in the opposite direction, are we almost there? And there was this beautiful destination we were trying to get to, which were these cascading falls that looked awesome in the pictures. And we were just ready to get there after having hiked for quite a bit of time. So anyway, we come across this one hiker and we say, how much further? And she had a big smile on her face. And she was just like, oh, it's not that much further. There's just one more river crossing and you'll be there. And so that really got my hopes up. I actually had my daughter, I was carrying her on my shoulders at the time. She was younger and we were just trying to, okay, like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, let's just try to get there. The person said it wasn't that much further, but we weren't seeing this. We weren't seeing a river crossing. We didn't, so we asked another hiker and this person gave us a completely different message. And they were like, actually, you've got quite a ways to go. And I was like, wait, which one of these is it? And it actually ended up being the second person was totally right on. It took us still about another hour to get to the destination. And yes, there was a river crossing, as the first person said, but it wasn't for like 45 more minutes. And so I never understood what was up with the kind of the dissonance between these two responses. One person is like false hope, like, yes, you're almost there. And it's like, okay, I can let my daughter off my shoulders in just a little bit. And the second person was like, you still have a ways to go. Man, that feels so familiar to how this whole COVID thing has unfolded. In the beginning, it was like you just have a couple of weeks and then we'll return back to normal. And then as time has gone by, we've realized that, no, there's a ways to go and we're having to readjust our expectations. And I'm sharing this specifically because of how my kids and I decided to kind of handle that stretch of once we realized it was going to be a while. How did we go about for the rest of this hike? My wife was walking with her sister in the back, and we were just trying to get there first as fast as we could. But I just have this vivid memory, and one of my favorite memories of just holding my kids' hands and singing songs. And we were just trying to figure out ways of entertaining ourselves to make this time go by faster and make it more enjoyable. And we were taking silly pictures of ourselves. We were telling jokes. We ended up really making the most of it. And when I think back on that journey, I don't actually think back on it as a really miserable hike. I think of this space where there had to be a readjustment of the expectations. And then I actually, I go, wow, that was a really wonderful time that I had to spend with my family. And I want to just invite us to consider this. How are we doing on this journey with COVID and with the closures? One way to go about it is to just do it by the skin of our teeth, just like white knuckling this, that life will be good again when we return to normal. Another one is to take that deep breath and to set our expectations straight for the long haul and to say, okay, well, how can we really lean into this time, this unknown time that we have, and just make the most of it, go deeper as human beings, go deeper in our understanding of what's most important in life. Try not to be so resistant, but to just lean into any of the gifts that might be actually given to us during this season. With all the deaths that have happened with COVID, I can imagine that for also many who have lost loved ones, that this isn't just a readjustment of expectations. This is actually dealing with some serious grief. And so today I just want to offer just a prayer and a blessing over us as we continue to kind of deal with the realities of COVID. Just to remember that what God gives us isn't false hope. It's not just like you're almost there and then you can breathe again. But what God gives us is something that's much deeper, which is I am in this with you for the long haul, and you're not alone. So in the face of these new reports of increased COVID cases around our nation, and that we're actually looking at some potentially new restrictions, and we sit with this like we're trending in the wrong direction. We didn't, we thought we were winding down, and now we're actually amping up, back up. There's just some serious disappointment in this for many of us. But today, just a reminder that we still get to choose the quality of the journey that we have. Whether we're going to white knuckle it and just put everything on hold, or if we're going to choose to truly continue to live and learn and grow and not live with some space of resistance of our realities, but to actually embrace, accept, and find deeper spaces for us in our humanity and in our faith and in our life. So St. John's, I am praying for you. I'm praying for all of us. May God give us the gift of resilience and stamina to continue in this journey. And for all the things we don't even know to ask for or pray for at this time, may the Holy Spirit intercede for us and really aid us and come to our help as a nation and as a world as we continue to seek healing and to seek movement beyond this season, while not letting go of the gifts and the surprises that we still can learn from and embrace during this time. So God bless you, St. John's. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.